Hello, Scorpio. This is Lola, your Empress of Love, giving you the tea on love and romance for the month of August 2017, the last 2 weeks. For those of you Scorpios that would like to get a personal reading, you may go to www.whatsthettarot.com. I offer same-day readings as well as readings by schedule. Again, if you would like to get a personal reading, go to www.whatsthettarot.com. Okay, Scorpios, we're going to get started. Now, the first card is a card that I pulled to give me the focus of what's going on with you. And the first card that you have is the High Priestess card. The High Priestess card, as relates to love and romance, says that Scorpios, some of you are putting the one that you love or your thoughts about love out of your mind because you don't want to feel the pain of wanting to have that relationship the way that you want it. You are starting to go into yourself and dig into your intuitive space to find what you need to find relating to love and romance. Some of you are beginning to wonder if you're going to stay with your partner or if you're going to break up for good. In other words, you're feeling like if you're at a crossroads as it relates to love and romance. And the thing about it, even though the High Priestess card is the card of secrets and revealing secrets and intuitive space, for this one, Scorpios, you're going to have to allow time to be the deciding factor here. Also, Scorpios, you're going to come to a place where you're going to, again, as I said, dig into your intuitive space, and things are going to work out quite differently than what you're expecting them to. Just watch out for a few surprises there, okay? Now, the next card that I pulled for this reading is a follow-up card, and if I have 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever cards come out, I read those cards because it's speaking to somebody. And in this case, Scorpios, there were 3 cards that came out, and the first follow-up card that came out was the 6 of Cups, and that is in reverse. Generally, if it's in the upright position, it's indicating that some of you Scorpios are yearning for just one person. However, you may have had some recent life experiences that may have changed your mind, but you may be wrestling with it because it's in the reverse position, and that's telling me that you're not accepting what is. You may even be feeling like if the person in your life reminds you of a past relationship or some things that may have happened with you when you were younger or in your past, or just a nostalgic feeling that you have about this relationship. You may even feel like, oh, this has happened to me before and I don't want to go through this again. I've been down this road before and I just don't want to do it. That may be because of the negative experience that you had in the past, and you're feeling that the same thing is going to happen again if you don't do things differently. You may be feeling like if you want to either get back with a person or get your relationship back to how it once was. That may be your nostalgic feeling about this relationship. You may say, I remember when, she used to do this for me, or he used to do that for me, or we used to, take long walks or have long talks, and we just used to, just be into each other. And it's not like that anymore. And you may want that back, but you may fear that you're not going to get that back. So that may be an issue for you. Is why the Six of Cups could be coming up in the reverse, because you're not accepting what is. Things aren't the way that they used to be. And you're wanting them to be like they were. However, things are going to perhaps work out better than what you thought that they would, even though you may be fearful, and that may be what will delay things from working out. And that's not to say that you will get with the person that you want to get with, but you may just decide you don't even want to be with that person anymore, and that may be things working out better than you thought. So don't get fixated with the Empress of Love said that we're going to get back together. Not necessarily, although that is not being ruled out by the Six of Cups, but it's saying that there will be some delays to getting together. There will be some delays to things working out. For you, even though they won't work out the way that you think that they are, they're going to work out better than what you're thinking. But the delay may be there because of your apprehension, because of things that have happened in the past. And as I said, you may feel like you're going through a situation that you've gone through before, and you don't want to go down that road because you don't want the same results. But some of us need to think about the fact that maybe if we look at how things ended in past relationships and how we wind up in a better position, that might help to get to a place of where you can understand that everything happens for a reason. And if for nothing else, you will learn a valuable lesson. So there you have it with the Six of Cups in reverse. The next card that came up for Scorpios, some of you, the Knight of Cups indicate that moving into, or I should say just getting away in a different environment will cause you to not feel any loneliness that you may have been feeling, or it may ease any tensions that you may have had in your relationship. Though the Knight of Cups, for some of you Scorpios, will be coming to propose a marriage, a union, or some type of living arrangement. Okay? And this is going to be somewhat of a surprise to you. Okay? Also, with the Knight of Cups is coming in to let you know that situations that have been tensed, they're going to be easing off, and things, again, here with the Knight of Cups are going to work out better than you thought as well, or not in the way that you thought that they would work out, because the Knight is coming in to change things that have been for a while. Okay? Um, but you're going to, like I said, you're not gonna really expect this, but it's coming, um, and things are gonna get better. All right. Now the next card is the Justice card, and the Justice card for some of you Scorpios indicates that rather than quantity, you want quality as it relates to love and romance. You don't need a whole lot of people. You need that one, or you want that one special person that will do it for you. And the Justice card indicates that you're going to be moving in that direction. That's what's coming down the pike for you as you venture out to allow the new opportunities that are going to come your way according to the Six of Cups. For some of you, if you open up and allow the balance to be restored, you're going to be able to move in the direction of having that one person, or having a single mind about your situation, or at least accepting the situation that you're in. Even if it's you saying, okay, I'd rather spend some time with myself rather than to continue on this slippery slope of a so-called relationship that's going nowhere. And you may just come to the point that you just decide, not so much as that you want to be by yourself, but you will just allow yourself to just air out a bit and just get what you know that you deserve, what you know is right for you, and what you know that you can accept, and that you don't have to accept anything less than exactly what you want in terms of having that one person rather than having multiple people. Okay? Because that is what the desire is here with the Justice card as it relates to love and romance. Also, again, tensions are going to be easing off, and things are going to be working in your favor, and love and romance will be once again on the horizon for you, Scorpios. Then you have the next card up is the number 6 card, and it is from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck. That is the box that it comes in, Scorpios. All right, and I'm going to read from the little booklet that comes with it. Okay, and that number 6 is the Love card, and that is a major arcana card. Okay, and the booklet has keywords that state relate, choose, harmonize, romance, creativity, and reconciliation. The book says, take some time to examine your relationship with others as well as with yourself. Are you coming from a place of love? It's important to empathize, remain non-judgmental, and love people for who they are. The same applies to you for your relationship with yourself. There's an opportunity now to bring yourself, there's an opportunity now to bring your being into a harmonious whole. Forgive your faults and rejoice in your perfect uniqueness. It may also be time to examine your choices. It may also be time for you to examine the choices you make regarding matters of the heart. Are you choosing to have people in your life who support and empower you? Surround yourself only with those who encourage and sustain you, and who push or guide you to be all that you can truly be. This will help you value yourself and raise your vibration to that of unconditional love. There may also be an opportunity for a new romance, for improving an existing romance, or for helping or for healing a disharmonious relationship. Seize this opportunity to take action. If you're looking for a new romance, make yourself available and be open. See it and feel it in your life right now. This will raise your vibration and attract the new love to you. If you're looking to improve an existing romance, then maybe it's time to be creative. A weekend getaway, a romantic dinner, or simply just by telling the person how much you love and appreciate them. To heal this disharmonious relationship, open a dialogue. Let the person know that you value the relationship and that you want to improve it. Your affirmation here is, I honor myself as well as others by acting from a place of love. And this is from the it's comparable to the Lover's card in the traditional tarot deck of the major arcana card. Okay, now the next card that you have here, Scorpio, is the Two of Wands, and that comes from the Q&E deck, this box right here. All right, and it too has the words on the front, and it says, it indicates growth of personal power and courage. You will command the respect and attention of others. Embark on new adventures. Act decisively. Research carefully before making any decisions. There are new creative ideas needed for success. Commit all your energy to new projects. Okay? In other words, the Two of Wands is basically letting you know, Scorpios, now is the time for new projects. If you're interested in starting something new, this is a good time to start something new, because the Two of Wands here are lending the wands to you to start that project, to get it going, to do what you need to do, and to start moving in the direction of success for any projects that you may have on the back burner, or things that you may want to embark on that are new. Even though this is a love and romance reading, the Two of Wands here are calling for you to basically thrust yourself into your work, because it is a fruitful time to get involved with doing some of the things that you want to do for you in terms of your personal success. Although the 6 here, the number 6 card with the, can you see that? That I just read to you from the tarot for the heart deck, that's really talking about getting together with yourself, loving yourself, pouring yourself into yourself, as well as into your partner, or into the possibility of a new relationship. It's telling you that if you want a relationship, then see yourself having one. Invest yourself in it through meditation, imagination, and attraction for that relationship. If you have an existing relationship, do the same. if you need to straighten some things out with your partner, the lover card number 6, the love card here from the psychic for the heart deck is indicating to you that it's a good time to put it out there. Put your heart out there and let it be known how you feel, and just work from there. Remember, the Justice card talked about you wanting to be in a relationship with just one person, not with multiple people. And the time is now that that can happen, providing that you're with the right person. Your prayer should be, if I'm with the right person, then strengthen this. If I'm not, then open the way for new opportunities for me to accept these opportunities. Because sometimes Scorpios don't like to change. So these cards are calling for changes in many ways as it relates to love and romance, whether it be changing to now accept a relationship in your life if you haven't had one, or to change and accept the changes in your existing relationship. Okay, there you have it, Scorpio, for your traditional reading. I've also gone ahead and pulled some cards from the tea leaf deck. Here's the box. The tea leaf fortune cards. And I'm going to just move these cards over so I can go ahead and read the fortune card, tea leaf fortune cards. And the first card up is the heart card. And that card indicates great happiness. And this happiness, Scorpios, is a happiness that comes from within. That's what makes this card such a great card, because when you have happiness, happiness comes from within, because it is spirit-based. And it's one of those things where we begin to realize no one can make us happy. We have to already be happy, and it has to come from within, and we can share our happiness. And this card is a card that is allowing you to know that that's where you are or where you're going, which is a great place, and that is the heart card. Okay, so there's spiritual happiness, happiness from within, or inner happiness. So the heart card says great happiness. Okay, then you have the tiger card. The tiger card says doing something risky, taking a chance. And this card indicates that though the tiger on this card is being fondled or touched by a person, the tiger likes being fondled and touched by this person. However, he's still thinking about maybe attacking. So what the tiger card is saying, Scorpio, is that as you take a risk, make certain that it's a risk that's going to pay off in your favor, and that it's not going to come back to bite you, if you will. So in taking a chance, make sure that you're taking the right chance. You study, you do what you need to do, and you take the chance that is worth it. Because when you make an investment, that's a risk. And just like the tiger, you can stroke that situation, and it can allow you to do so and work out in your favor. Or if it's the wrong investment, it can turn around and bite you. So keep in mind that as you begin to take risks or think about taking risks, make sure that it's a calculated risk that's going to pay off for you, and that it will not come back to bite you, as in the case of the tiger. And make sure that you know that you know what you're doing when you're fondling this situation or this investment or whatever it is, relationship or whatever. If you've been involved in a risky relationship and it's a risk and you're getting back with this person, think about it. Don't just jump back in. Make certain that it's worth your while. Okay? Then you have the firecracker. The firecracker shows excitement. And the firecracker card lets you know that there's excitement coming for you, Scorpios. For some of you, you are going to have more excitement than you've had in a long while because there's been some loneliness. Even if you're in a relationship, there's still been some loneliness. But excitement is coming your way. So look out for that. That's a great thing. Then you have the mountain road, which indicates you're on the road to success. But take a look at this, Scorpios. Take a look at this mountain road. Look at that. Now, just to be able to accomplish to get up that mountain, if you see the way that the road is winding, take a look at that. You see that the way that the road is winding? Okay. This card indicates that if you are to achieve success, you must stay on the winding road and go the pattern of the road. Because if you veer off, it's not going to be good for you. See that? It's not going to be good for you. So, you must stay on the beaten path, so to speak, or follow the curves in the road. And you will be successful. Success is undeniably yours if you stay on the road to success, which means that this card is indicating that there's going to be some discipline that has to be implemented into your regimen. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you do have to follow the rules here and follow the pattern that's already set here for you. And that's a rule of life as it relates to your success here, Scorpios. Then you have the pineapple. The pineapple indicates reconciliation. Now, there are two forms of reconciliation here, Scorpios. There's the reconciliation where when you've been separated from a loved one, a family member, or friends, and you reconcile your relationship with them and getting back with them in some form or fashion, even if it's meeting up with someone that you haven't met with in a long while, okay? Then there is the reconciliation of reconciling to the fact that what you once have known to be as it relates to a relationship no longer is. And in other words, the other form of reconciliation can be acceptance. Acceptance of what is. If the relationship is over, let it go. Allow the new opportunity to come in and start new. It'll be better for you if that's where you are. Instead of holding on to something that isn't working, reconcile to the fact that it's not working and let it go. Okay? If that's the case that you find yourself in. All right. Then you have the hat. The hat says you will be playing a different role, which means that if perhaps you have been, let's say, a homemaker, you may say, now that the kids are older, I can now, take a part-time job or something. Or maybe if you were working and you decide that now you want to go back to school, you'll be able to pursue that at this time. whatever it is that you were doing, you're going to be moving in a different direction. There's success in that direction. Um, it's up to you what you want to do. So even if you've had some projects that you had on the back burner that you know, wanted to get off the ground, you're going to now be thrusting yourself into that arena and getting in deep with making this project a success. And it will be. Okay? It's just that you're just going to be wearing a different hat, so to speak, or in a different role. Okay? Then you have the table. The table here indicates hard work ahead, because this table, someone made this table by hand, which we know that it had to have taken hard work because of all the detail that's in the table. And this table card is calling Scorpios to hard work, meaning invest yourself in any projects or relationships or what have you that you want to see succeed. It's calling you to do that now. Now is the time for projects to get completed, projects to get started, relationships to reconcile, or what have you. Just now it's time to put in the work so you can see the end results. And just so you know, Scorpios, it doesn't mean that it has to be tedious work. And even if it is tedious, it could be fun work. I'm certain that the person that would have made this table enjoyed doing it, because it would have been a person that would have been creative. And Scorpios, a lot of you are creative anyway. So that's when you do your best work, when you're at a creative place, in a creative space. So this card, the table, is calling you, Scorpios, to get creative. Okay? Then you have the Eagle card. The Eagle card indicates triumph over troubles and obstacles. So for all that may have come out of this reading in the card here, you want to know that anything that may have been negative, it is going to be reconciled. You're going to overcome it. You're going to come out on top, and you're going to soar above it like the eagle. This is a great card, Scorpios, because Scorpios, you know that there are two forms of Scorpios. There's the scorpion that crawls on the ground in the sand, and then there's the elevated level of the Scorpio, which is the eagle that flies above it all. And that's the level of maturity, right? So the eagle is a great card, and you should be glad that you got this card, because this is a great card to get, because anytime you can triumph over your troubles and your obstacles can be overcome, then you're good, because we all have ups and downs. So if you can, you know, overcome it all, then you're good. So there you have that. Then you have the clouds, temporary problems. Now the clouds card indicates that the sun is the sun is right behind the clouds, which says that whatever troubles or problems that are going on, they're only temporary. Because when smoke clears, or when the clouds part, the sun is going to be shining. The sun is shining through the clouds. So the clouds only have a certain period of time to exist when the sun is behind it, because the sun is going to supersede the clouds. So this is telling you that any issues that you have, it's only temporary. That's another good card to have. Okay? So if the clouds have to be there, we want them to be followed by the sun coming out, right? So there you have that. Then you have the older man. The older man is dealing with a relationship with an older man. It's dealings or a relationship with an older man, which means that there's an older man somewhere in this reading for Scorpios, and Scorpios will be dealing with an older man on some level, some form, some shape, somehow. The card doesn't indicate if he's a friend or a foe, but it indicates that um, the relationship with an older man or the dealings with an older man will have an effect on your life in some way, some form or fashion. So you want to hope for the best, but with the Eagle card, even if it is in a negative way, you will triumph over the situation if it is. But hopefully it will be someone coming in for the good. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Then you have the bread card. The bread card speaks about a period of prosperity and abundance. And this would have to do with around the home more so than in the work environment, unless you work in a bakery. Because the flour here that's spilling out of the bag on this bread card indicates that you would be baking. And it's a fresh baked loaf of bread, and it's still hot because you can see the smoke uh, symbols coming up out of the hot steamy bread. And so this right here says again that it's a period of prosperity and abundance, and that's dealing with around the home, which is good. Okay? Then you have the Sun card. The Sun card indicates a period of happiness and well-being. In other words, Scorpios, for some of you, the sun is going to be shining directly on you. See that? That's success. That's happiness and well-being. So whatever is going on with you overall, the sun is going to shine. And thank God you have the sun coming out twice. Even behind the clouds, there's the sun. So you got it twice, Scorpios. You got the sun coming out twice. The sun is coming out even behind the clouds. So you can't beat that. Okay? So then you have the Rooster card, which you're going to need the sun for this one, because this is an arrogant, boastful person that you should not cross. You're going to need the sun to keep you mindful that if you get into a dispute or a spat with someone that seems to fit this description, to not go off the handle, fly off the hook, but to remain diplomatic and keep your mouth closed, so to speak, bite your tongue, because you don't want to cross this person, because you will regret it. It may be your boss. It might be somebody in a superior situation. It might be the older man. But just keep in mind that the Rooster indicates that you should take down. In other words, let this person have their way, and just don't put yourself out there to defend yourself in the sense of crossing this person, you know. So because you don't want to cross this person, because this person has some type of influence, some type of I don't want to use the word hold, but they can affect your life in a major way. And I'm noticing that there's a house behind this Rooster, and in most cases the Rooster would be out around the house. So I would venture to say, for some of you Scorpios, this may have to do with an older man that is related to your house, or might be your landlord if you have one, might be your banker, might be your boss, you know. But just keep in mind to just, so to speak, let this person have their way for now. Okay? Because you have the ego that's going to work it out for you, so why cause problems for yourself? Don't. Just relax. Let it be. Okay? Then you have the flag that says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. Now, I have a feeling that the flag is relating to your work ethics or your project. I don't think it has to do with this rooster and saying that you have to fight this rooster back or you have to get involved with that situation. But I would venture to say that let the rooster, that arrogant person, don't cross them, let them have their way. But now with the flag, when it talks about not lowering your standards or don't be tempted to lower your standards, if you know that you are a person that likes to do the absolute best that you can do and getting your projects out, and if you're working, let's say, with someone or even working with yourself, and it may take a little bit more longer for you to get it exactly right the way you want it to be, this card is indicating to you that that is the thing to do, to keep your standards, because that is what's going to define you in the final analysis. That is what's going to grant you your success. The fact that your standards are high. And we all know that when a flag is flying, that's saying that's a sense of pride. That's a sense of wanting to show that you've accomplished the goals that you've set out to accomplish. And this flag card is telling you that the way that you will be able to fly your flags, Scorpios, is by keeping your standards and by not lowering your standards to cut corners or to rush or something like that, because that's not going to work out for you. Keep your standards high so that you will be guaranteed the success that you seek. Okay? And now that concludes your reading for August, the last 2 weeks of 2017. Again, I will remind you, Scorpios, any of you wanting to get a personal reading, please go to www.whatsthettarot.com. Again, that's www.whatsthettarot.com. And again, I will tell you that I offer same-day readings if you would like. And until we meet again, ciao for now, Scorpios.